What's up, guys? Hope you're all having a great day today. So we're back with some regular commentaries. I know it's been a minute. You've been craving some commentaries from this channel about Call of Duty Modern Warfare, and I just wanted to start off on a positive note with this game. Now trust me, there's plenty wrong with this game, and there's a lot of tweaks that need to be made, and a lot of polishing, until this game can be perfected and see its true form. But I didn't want to start off with my first video just being me complaining about the game all the time. So I just wanted to start off positive, and I'm going to pretty much tell you everything that I think is personally very awesome and that I love about Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Now first up is the customization. And honestly, the customization for the weapons just seems like it's completely endless. It's just endless possibilities of things that you can tweak to perfect every weapon to your own personal playstyle. I've always loved that about games, the depth of what you can do to a weapon. Especially in games, when I used to play PUBG all the time, one of my favorite things about PUBG is being able to mix and match certain attachments onto your weapon to make it better at certain situations, whether you wanted your AR to be better at sniping people at long range, or if you wanted to use that assault rifle for pushing buildings or holding close quartered objectives. But in Call of Duty Modern Warfare, there is just an endless amount of attachments that you can put on your weapons. And the fun part about it is that it's not the pick 10 system where you're limited to choose a certain amount. You are allowed to have 5 attachments on your weapons no matter what. I pray to God that every single Call of Duty game after this title will see the same exact customization. Now, I won't be angry if any other development studio doesn't want to copy Infinity Ward on how they made this, and they go back to the pick 10 system. You know, it's whatever. What can I do about it? But me personally, I love the amount of depth per each weapon, and the amount of grindability per each weapon. Because the second thing that I'm going to say is that the skins are out of this world. Like, it is so many skins for these guns that I can't even count. Like, I'm only on, I think, digital for the majority of my weapons, and I forget what the skin is called, the one after digital. I have that for the M4, but there's literally so many weapons in this game, and so many skins that you can choose between, that it's literally never ending. And even though I'm not that big on grinding for, like, the dark matter camos and stuff like that, I don't like using guns that I don't enjoy using. I prefer to just stick with the weapons that I do best with and the ones that I have the most fun with. I don't like to torture myself like that. But even though I don't enjoy that type of grind, I am still definitely going to get plenty of playtime just trying to get gold on like 2 to 3 weapons per category. Like 3 assault rifles I like, 3 subs I like, well, maybe 1 or 2 shotties. I'm going to be packed when it comes to getting these skins for them. Because it's what? 10 to like 11 different categories with like 5 to 8 different camos per each category. Oh god, it's so much to grind through. This game is completely a grinder's paradise. And it is plenty of content to keep any hardcore Call of Duty fan completely active and, you know, focused on playing this game throughout the whole year. There's enough content that you don't have to pay for extra. These aren't microtransactions. These are actual skins that you unlock by playing the game and ranking up your weapons. Like, at this point, I don't even care if they open up a shop and start just, you know, selling tons of weapon skins and stuff like that. Because I'm already satisfied with the amount of weapons customizations when it comes to the weapon perks and weapon attachments and also the weapon skins. There's a lot in this game. They also nailed the fact that this game definitely looks like a next-gen title. The graphics are out of this world. The animations are superb. This is what I wanted out of a new Call of Duty game. I was kind of getting tired of the same recycled, not skins, but the same recycled graphics, the same recycled animations. It started to feel like they weren't putting any effort to try and improve on their original formula. But now with this new engine, it seems like they're really taking this game to a whole different level. And I love this new engine to death, and I can't wait to see what Treyarch has in store with it as well, to see what they can perfect their game with this engine like. Third is I absolutely love how the guns feel. This also ties in to the amount of attachments that you can use to change the feel of every single weapon. Now, like I said, that I'm only going to be focusing on the positives of this game. There is a massive issue where you shoot first and die instantly all the time. But like I said, I'm not going to focus on the negatives. But over all that stuff, if there wasn't an issue with shoot first, die first, I would say the gunplay in this game probably has the best gunplay I've ever played in any Call of Duty title. They have finally made it to where when you get a kill, it feels rewarding. It feels successful. Remember in Black Ops 4, their whole point of raising the health to 100 HP, not 100, but 150 HP, the whole reason behind that was so it felt more rewarding. But at the end of the day, it didn't really feel more rewarding. It just felt more grindy and obnoxious. But when the time to kill and the hit detection actually works in Modern Warfare, and you don't run into the shoot first, die first syndrome, it probably by far has the best gunplay out of any Call of Duty games, hands down. I can't even fight over any other game out there. Seriously, it's that good. Next, I want to talk about the crossplay feature and how amazing it is to see the whole community play together. And it's awesome because the majority of the console players, I really thought that a lot of them were going to turn off the crossplay feature so they couldn't play with PC players. So there was just, Xbox and PlayStation could play with one another. But to my surprise, there are tons of players out there who are willing to play with PC players. And it's fair because they're still whooping the PC players' butts. So I can't even complain. But it's really cool to see the whole community come together as one and play a game. Even though we are having some issues with this game and a lot of the community is complaining and a lot of the community is enjoying the game, I still think, regardless, hands down, this is the coolest thing that Activision has ever finally signed for. I don't know if they signed over this or if they were waiting for Sony, PlayStation to sign over for this. Whoever did it, thank you. Seriously, a massive thank you, because not only is it cool to see all the other players playing together, and I'm finally reunited with a lot of my older friends who are still on console, and a lot of my YouTube buddies who are playing on console. I can play with them finally now. But it also keeps the PC servers populated, and as you guys know, I am a PC player, so at the end of the day, I don't like to see the game die so early for us, because usually 9 times out of 10, PC dies first. Before any console game, PC goes right away. So with crossplay being implemented into this game, that kind of takes away that factor and allows us to have constantly active games. And along with the next thing that I'm going to talk about, which is the amount of content with game modes in this game, that also helps with the crossplay. But Call of Duty Modern Warfare has so many game modes. I'm in love. I seriously am in love. They have 10v10 game modes, 6v6 game modes, which I would wish they would separate like they did in the beta, so you can either, selectively just play 6v6 or just play 10v10. I don't like that they mixed them together. It's kind of strange. But then there's also Ground War as well, 32 versus 32 on these massive maps. I mean, the amount of variety in this game is almost overwhelming. Between how many guns you could choose from, how many attachments, how many skins, how many game modes. There is a lot of content in this game. This is probably one of the most packed games with content that we have seen in a very long time. I might even go to the point of saying that it is probably just as much content in this game at release as Modern Warfare 2 had. Probably even more. But then you bring crossplay into the picture as well. It just makes everything perfect. Because could you imagine if they had Ground War, 10v10, 6v6, and all these different game modes, including the gunfight game mode and free-for-all, all these different playlists that they need to populate. Could you imagine if we were still stuck to our own consoles and platforms like PC, where we could only play with our own community? More than half of those playlists would probably die out instantly. But it's really nice to see that crossplay is implemented, because now we can play with everybody, and even if you don't want to play with PC players, you can turn that off. But let's say it's a very slow day, let's say it's not a lot of people online, you have the option to turn it on and play with other players to fill up those type of lobbies. So I really do appreciate that. Another thing that absolutely blew my mind when I first opened up Call of Duty Modern Warfare was also the amount of challenges that they had for you to do. Usually, in any of these most recent Call of Duty games, they lock guns, they lock the special editions of weapons and their so-called blueprints, which they're called in Modern Warfare, behind either paywalls or insane grinds that just aren't worth it, so you cough up money to get them, or they shove them behind the loot crates. But for the first time in a while, if you go into the actual challenge section, the challenges are actually useful. You earn cool looking things for doing these challenges, whether it's a nice animated calling card, a new emblem, or the weapons, which is the most important part of all of this. Infinity Ward is actually offering you weapons. Well, not brand new weapons, but different variants of the weapons, which I have not seen anything like this. This is extremely reasonable from Infinity Ward, and it definitely is showing a positive step in the right direction for this title if they continue to do things like this. One step in the wrong direction and this game is going to spiral downhill. But just from the launch, it is really fascinating to see that there's challenges that will encourage you to actually get on the game, and this is what I was talking about for such a long time. The past grinds in games like Black Ops 4 and stuff like that, I didn't want to get on the game and play. When I looked at the tier system, or the list of all the stickers, it didn't encourage me to come back and play their game. It didn't encourage me to say, you know what I want to play today? I want to hop on Black Ops 4 and grind the tier system so I can get this or I can get that. It never pushed me to that point. But when you go through these challenges, there's challenges for everybody. There's challenges for people who want a new sniper skin, challenges for people who want a shoddy skin, light machine gun skin, AR, SMGs. They have a challenge for everybody. There is so much content in this game. I am blown away. And that's probably the best part about Call of Duty Modern Warfare, is the amount of things that you have to do. And even though people are having mixed emotions about this title, I think everybody can agree that we have been spoiled with a lot of content in this game. The amount of weapons that you could choose from, the amount of skins that you could choose from for these guns that you have to grind for all of them. I mean, there's over 100 skins per weapon. 100 plus skins per weapon. Can you believe that? We have never, ever in Call of Duty history seen this much content be added into a Call of Duty game. And on top of that, they said all the additional DLC weapons, which were pay-to-win factors of a video game, will be free for everybody, or you'll have to do a challenge to get it. But no pay-to-win mechanics for people to win weapons. I literally could not be any happier about this. But like I said, it's not all sunflowers and rainbows and unicorns when it comes to Call of Duty Modern Warfare, but we will save this for later topics. We are definitely going to be talking about the negatives with this game and all the things that they did wrong, because trust me, there is plenty to talk about. But like I said, I kind of just wanted to be positive for my first video of this game. Even though my first video was just live gameplay, for my first commentary, my first official commentary for Call of Duty Modern Warfare, I just wanted to bring some positive vibes to this game. Because honestly, let's not lie, it's not a bad game. It has potential. But just like every single Call of Duty game, it starts out rough. They never release a complete game that's polished and works good from day one. They always release a half-assed game, and then they continue to fix it over time. Over the next year, they will perfect it. And by the time the next Call of Duty game comes out, then the game will be complete, and everybody will love it. So everything is there with Call of Duty Modern Warfare. I see a lot of potential with this game. It's just the playstyle of some of these players, and a lot of the map designs, and all these other things. When you factor it all together, it brings a very rough experience. But like I said, I'm going to save all of that for a later video. I have a lot of stuff planned for you guys this year. I hope you guys are enjoying this game. Let me know down in the comment section if you are a big fan of Call of Duty Modern Warfare. And also go ahead and let me know if you don't like Modern Warfare at all. By all means, everybody is entitled to their own opinion. And honestly, out of any year of Call of Duty, I have to say that this is probably one of the only years where the Call of Duty community is so split about a video game. Usually, you either hate it or you love it, but we are like right smack down the middle right now. Like, we cannot decide whether we are fans of this title or we're not fans of this game. And honestly, I think it just comes down to the player base. I mean, it's not the developers' fault that players are playing so strange, even though, you know, they are the ones who develop the maps and they have the issues with, you know, the shoot first, die first, and all these other problems. But at the end of the day, the players are what make the game so strange when it comes to the playstyle. You know, the developers didn't tell that one guy to go into the corner and camp behind a claymore all game. No, that's just what the guy wants to do. He wants to go and camp behind a claymore all game, you know? It's just the players who are making the experience rough right now for us. So I'm really hoping that within the next week or two, players will slowly get to learn the maps and they'll learn the playstyle of the game, and they'll get a better idea for what this game is all about. But thank you guys so much for tuning into another video. I really do appreciate it. I hope you all enjoyed this one. If you did, make sure you leave a like. If you hated it, you can always dislike. If you're brand new to this channel and you're from the YouTube search and you enjoyed what you saw and heard today, make sure you go ahead and subscribe to this channel. Help a boy out. Help me get to 4K subscribers. The grind is so real right now, but I really do appreciate each and every one of your help for everything that goes on with this channel. But if you want to chat with me or see some behind the scenes clips, you can go over to my Twitter account at JbowenDaMan. And also, if you just want to catch me live streaming some video games, you can always catch me over on Twitch at JbowenDaMan as well. Thank you all so much for checking out this video, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.